So currency, aka Spittin' Andretti, repping the NO, is one of the most consistent and prolific cats in the game. Ever since he rose to prominence in the blog era, he's been able to grow and sustain his Jet Life brand and to drop a ton of albums and EPs that never really disappoint. Now, truthfully, I haven't been able to keep up on every currency release as there are so many, but when I first learned that he would be collaborating with Jermaine Dupri for a series, I just knew that I had to hear it. As JD, Jermaine Dupri of So Def is this legendary producer, songwriter, and CEO who doesn't always get mentioned as often as he should for his achievements in the culture. I know he got some attention whenever folks mention the potential versus matchup between him and Puffy, but that's about it. However, getting right into this project for Motivational Use Only Volume 1, which is scheduled to be a series. It contains just 7 tracks lasting approximately 22 minutes. It's a Jet Life to So Def collaboration with JD doing all the beats. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, So Jets, has this funky, cheerful production. It's got an infectious beat that knocks. Spitta raps, slept on my latest move. Y'all was asking for more. I took that personally like number 23 and ran up the score. So he's making it clear that he's got that competitive mentality like Jordan. I also like they keep making these hip-hop lists excluding me. I'm still bringing in millions, dog, so it's cool with me. Underground I represent, real dudes who the industry could not ban. He's giving himself his flowers, as he should, because it's true. We don't tend to see either JD or currency on these all-time great lists. We just don't. So as a whole, I thought this was a strong first track. I love the hustler mind state and upbeat feel to the production. Track 2, Essence Fest, is a fire banger with that New Orleans bounce to it. This one is a slapper and the opposite, a sleepy. Of course, it's named after the annual Essence Fest, which takes place in New Orleans and is known for having a plethora of dope women in attendance. So here, Spit is talking about taking some girls home with him from the Essence Fest. He's just doing him in his Macish bag, taking risks. The following line stood out: buy me something if you F with me, which was kind of funny and clever, and it's sort of separate currency from a lot of the other dudes out there with that tricking mentality. Track 3, Never Enough, has this alluring soul trap production. JD spits some bars which aren't terrible, talking about what inspires him to go so hard to this day. And JD reminds us that this kind of song was made for the hustlers out there who are rocking the same clothes since yesterday because they've been grinding so much. So if you know, you know. Currency, on the other hand, had a solid verse speaking on real estate and moving like a crime boss. So it's a from nothing to something kind of record that's hard to hate on unless you don't want to be inspired. Then there's Off the Lot with 2 Chainz, which is my favorite of the 7 by far. It is the soundtrack for pulling up or pulling off the lot, whether you're riding a Chevy on switches or riding slabs or whatever your thing is. It's smooth riding music. I love the synth funk production, the scratching, and the lush vocal harmonies. Is definitely a vibe. And both Currency and 2 Chainz dropped some cautionary game, painting a picture of how real it can get in their respective cities if you get caught lacking or if you're out there moving foul. But it's ultimately the dopest song on the project that I could see having the heaviest replay value for me. And I could even envision Big Crit sounding right at home on this beat. Track 5, Screens Falling, has this neck snapping sample based production. The drums are punchy as hell and the vocal sample goes hard. Currency declares, Spit Andretti, I'm from New Orleans. Never said I run this city, but I hold it down for him. He's also spitting more game to get at some women and doing his fly luxury talk. and also referencing Jagged Edge and Jodeci. So yeah, this one is smooth but crunchy and hard at the same time. After this is Never Fall Off, one of the singles with T.I. and is built around an attractive soul trap beat. JD does the hook and it's catchy, but T.I. ends up stealing the show with a rejuvenated verse that definitely has me looking forward to his upcoming album, which might allegedly be his last. T.I. states, came up in the 90s while listening to The Chronic, now smoking with Dr. Dre. Ain't it ironic? My life is iconic. Atlanta, ironic. Then the project wraps up with Fortune 500 that's set to a laid-back, syrupy, twangy beat. On this one, Spitta talks about generational wealth and promoting this entrepreneurial lifestyle. He also speaks on the nature of the game, which is cutthroat by nature. He raps, ain't no rules over here, dog, is sorry. Dog eat doggy, heed the warning. Fresher than an Easter pink polo, Ralph Lauren. And you know that Ralph Lauren line immediately hit me, as I've been known to rock a decent amount of polo. So overall, I give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 to 4 mics. It's a short and to the point project that is smooth but also bouncy and up-tempo enough. I like the crisp feel to JD's production, and there was enough variety sonically, in my opinion. currenSy is once again giving out game and inspiration on how to get it and how to lead this super cool jet life lifestyle. Yeah, I didn't really have any issues here, as I'm already looking forward to volumes 2 and 3. My favorite tracks include So Jets, Essence Fest, Off the Lot, and Never Fall Off. Let me know what you thought about this project in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's peace and blessings. currenSy, Jermaine Dupri from Motivational Use Only, Volume 1.